To speak to someone in the criminal department, please press 4.
County Clerk Criminal?
Yes, I'm trying to see if there's information that's available yet for a criminal case.
Sure. What's the case number?
All I have right now is a P file number.
I can try that.
Okay, 2019-P file 06064.
No, it's actually still within that P file.
Okay. Is there any type of deadline they have to create the document, or?
I believe so, but you can contact the district attorney's office and they'll be able to help you out more.
Okay, are you able to transfer me, or?
Just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
No. Thank you so much for holding. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm trying to see if a criminal charge information document has been created yet.
Is it for yourself?
Yes.
Okay. What's the last name?
I actually have the P file number.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, what is it?
2019-P file.
Hold on a minute. I run that. 2019 P file. Okay.
Yeah, and then 06064.
06064.
Yes.
All right, let's see what's going on here. This, sir, is in screening, meaning it's being reviewed to see whether the DA's office will pick it up or not. At this point, it's hard to say.
Well, if that's the case, then arrest.
I don't know, sir. I don't work with the arresting agency, so I don't know what the circumstances were.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
This is Miss Packer.
Okay, and what do you do for the district attorney?
What does it matter, sir? What is it that you're needing?
Oh, no, I was just trying to keep a note of who I was talking to, that's all.
Well, at this point, it's just in screening. It's being reviewed. They haven't picked it up or declined it at this point. It's hard to say.
Okay, well, I just feel like my life is in limbo. Is there anybody I could speak to about this? Because
no, sir, they're not going to, because of the fact that you're considered the defendant, they're not going to speak to you about the case.
Well, no, I don't want to speak about the details of the case. I just want to know when I can actually see the details of the charges that are against me.
That would be, sir, if the office should happen to pick up the case, then it would be till after that. After, if they decide to prosecute.
And I know there's nothing you can do for me, but I just want to explain that up until this point, I've been arrested, taken to jail. I had to pay a big bond for a lot of money. I mean, I've gone through all these processes, and then now when I call the government to ask what I'm even being charged with, I can't even get any answers.
Well, let me transfer you over to the lead investigator, Juan Sanchez. Give me a moment.
County Department.
All right.
Our purchase.
You have reached the office of Chief Investigator Juan Sanchez. I am currently away from my office. If you need immediate assistance, please contact Deputy Chief Investigator Ed Porterfield at extension 3476, or you may leave your name and a phone number, and I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Hello, my name is Andre Lagergren. I live in Horizon City, Texas. I was arrested on a warrant signed by a judge the warrant was executed on May 7th. I'm not sure exactly when it was signed, but it was executed by the Horizon City Police Department on May 7th, and it was for an interference with public duties charge created by the Horizon City Police Department from an incident on April 20th. I'm just leaving you this voicemail because I'm trying to obtain my the criminal information document, the charging document, so that I can review it and prepare a defense for myself and just, know what I'm being charged with. I want to know the nature and cause of the accusations against me. And, I've gone previously down to the courthouse. I went to the El Paso County Clerk's office. I asked for the charging information. And, of course, they had nothing to give me except for this P file number, which I'll give to you. And it's 2019-P-File 06064. Again, that's 2019-P-File, all capitals, 06064. And they told me, and I know that you already know this, but they told me that means that the case is still within the prosecutor's office and that it's being reviewed and screened, and I'm not sure what all that means, but I guess that means that you guys are still deciding whether to charge me or not, or I don't know. I'm not very used to being accused of criminal offenses. So anyway, that's what I'm leaving this voicemail for. Like I said, I'm just trying to get the document that shows the nature of the nature and cause of the allegations against me. That's all I'm after. And again, my name is Andre. I live in Horizon City. I have a YouTube channel called the Horizon City News Service, which is where these criminal allegations, these criminal offense charges are stemming from, both the one from Horizon City and the one from El Paso. I got one from El Paso Police on January 14th, one from the Horizon City Police on April 20th. And they're two separate cases, of course, but I just figured I'd mention that. Anyway, so, like I said, my name's Andre. My number is 915-781-4330. That's 915-781-4330. That's my cell number. And again, my YouTube channel is the Horizon City News Service. And like I said, I'm just after the document that shows the nature and cause of the allegations against me from the incident on April 20th with the Horizon City Police Department. All right. Thank you, sir. And again, my number is 915-781-4330. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Recording stopped.
DA's office, how can I help you?
Yes, I think you were the lady I was just speaking with you with a few minutes ago. My name's Andre.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yes, I left a voicemail. I forget the name of the investigator that you sent me to.
Oh, you mean Juan Sanchez?
Yes, that must be him. So I did leave him a voicemail, but apparently he's not in. Is there anybody else I could speak to?
Let me try one more person. That would be the person who's below him, Jeff Dove.
Okay.
Online. Visit the
Investigations?
Yes, sir. My name is Andre. I live in Horizon City. I just had some questions about my criminal charge.
You're a defendant in the case, sir?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not supposed to talk to you about the case since this is a prosecutor's office.
Oh, no, I don't need any details about the offense. I just have some procedural, practical matter. It's just one issue I have, and that is the actual charging document. I'm trying to get my hands on it.
Okay.
And so I went to the county clerk's office. They told me they don't have anything and that the only people that would have that document is your office.
Has Horizon said they presented the case to the DA's office?
Well, the Horizon City Police just arrested me with the judge's warrant, and that's all they told me is they spoke with their handcuffs. So, I mean, they didn't give me any other information than the fact that they arrested me.
Oh. Let me see if there's a case on you. What is your last name?
I actually have the P-file number if you need it.
I'd rather run a name search if that's all right with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the last name is Lagergren, Lagergren. N as in Nancy.
Okay. First name?
Andre, Andrei.
And date of birth?
November 27th, 1982.
Yeah, I see that case. Let me look at it.
Okay.
You know, that charging instrument may not be ready yet. As of 5/8, it's still in our intake screening section.
Okay.
So our charging document may not be available yet.
Okay.
You can call back and check, if you want. Or if you hire an attorney, they know how to get it as well.
Right. I mean, it's just I know that for my last charge on January 14th for the same incident, I was able to go get it from the county clerk pretty quickly. I was just wondering why I couldn't get this one.
Well, it's not. It probably doesn't exist yet. Is the reason. Because this case is just in its very beginning stages.
Okay. Could you give me the case number?
Horizon's case number?
I guess so, yeah.
Theirs is 19-04096. And it does still have a P-file number, which means it's not assigned to a court yet until it has a cause number, and it doesn't have one yet.
And that's the one that starts with D, right?
No, that's a temporary number, that P-file. A cause number will look like 2019 0C0. It'll look something like that.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that yet.
Okay, so, but just out of curiosity, is there a possibility that after it goes through whatever screening process you guys have, that it doesn't go to the court and then it gets dropped?
It could. I mean, I can't guarantee that because.
No, I'm not asking for any guarantees. I'm just asking if that is a possibility.
Yeah, it could happen.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what was your name again, sir?
My name is Jeff.
Okay. Well, is there any other information that you could possibly give me regarding all this?
There's just not anything on it yet. It's so new. I mean, the only date on it is May 8th. So, I mean, it's so new. There's nothing on it really on this screen.
So, just out of curiosity, when did this whole charge and warrant and everything? When did it get initiated?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing the arrest happen on May 7th. I mean,
right. I definitely remember that part. Yeah.
Well, there's not much here, sir, is what I'm trying to tell you on this thing. I mean, I'm looking at a large screen, and there's very little data on it so far because of how new the case is.
I mean, I'm just a layman, and I just know stuff from about the law from watching TVs and movies, but I figured that if a judge signs a warrant that something concrete has already been established, and that's why the police come and arrest you on a warrant. I mean, I just feel like
I kind of get the idea. You think I'm looking at a police report, and I'm not. I'm looking at a court document, and because of its age, it's a very new case, there's no data here. If you want to see more detail, you probably need to get a copy of the Horizon City Police report or their reports to see what kind of information it is that you need.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not looking at that.
Yeah, no, I definitely was going to call Horizon City Police Department and get whatever reports they had. I'm very surprised. I thought when I called the DA's office after I found nothing at the county clerk's, but I just assumed that you guys would have some sort of information to give me, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, I mean, probably eventually we will have it, but again, I'm going to say it again. This thing is so new that there's not much on it yet.
Okay.
Do you understand that part of it?
I do. It's just, and I guess there's nothing you can do about this part, but I know that the bail amount that was set for me was much, much larger than my charge on January 14th for the same offense.
I don't know anything about that. I just see a bond setting of $2,500, and that's all it says.
Right, and so when I paid that money, which to me, of course, is a lot of money, I was like, well, obviously they must have, a lot of bad things to say about me, but I don't know. I just figured that there would be a lot more things set in stone.
Look. Here's the thing. You're used to watching a damn TV show that happens over an hour, okay? And in real life, it takes a long time for all the documents and all the documentation and everything to be accumulated, to be presented in front of a court. All that doesn't happen instantaneously, okay? And this thing is brand new, so it's just getting started.
Right, of course.
Well, there you go.
I appreciate all your help, Jeff, and you have a great day.
All right, you too.
Yep, goodbye.
I haven't inventoried it myself, but
I really don't want
the government going through my car.
Well, like I said, we're going to do an inventory on the vehicle, just for like if you have any cameras or anything like that in there, it'll be placed on the impound slip. That way, hopefully nothing happens to it. When you pick up your vehicle, everything's still placed in there, okay? And when the driver gets here, I'll talk to him, let him know if there's any equipment. And like I said, they get a copy of the impound slip, so it's gonna show that we went through it and it's been documented. And you'll get a copy of the impound slip as well.
No, I know how it all works, but I just feel like that's retaliation when I could just back up the car and not have that happen.
No, sir, because I mean, I'll be honest, if this gentleman was to be arrested himself, his vehicle would be impounded as well.
Well, yeah, but that's separate. That's different.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, because you're telling me it's retaliation, there's no retaliation whatsoever. It's just the process.
This process? Well, anyway, I know there's nothing you can do, but I feel that this process of you impounding my car.
So let's go over here. Let's go ahead and let me have you over here, Andre, please.
Can I get my stuff off the top of the car?
I'll get that for you.
All right.
Okay, no worries. I'll get that for you.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Just have a step over here, please.
So that's going to be the statute, sir. 552.005. Okay?
Okay.
That's it from you, sir.
Actually, officer, if you don't mind, since Officer Mendoza didn't put my statute number on my citation, I would like to request that you do. Or some officer does.
No, I just put the, I put on the letters. This is going to be the citation. Crossing where prohibited.
Yes, I understand,
but
but
what it is.
This section here,
we're not required to put it in there.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Because wouldn't that be a form of notice for a person who's alleged of a crime, that they would be notified of the entire statute that they're alleged of violating?
As a Texas citizen, according to the Code of Criminal Procedure, you have the right to demand the nature and cause of the accusation. In other words, to know what you are being charged with. According to the Code of Criminal Procedure, you also have a right to have a copy of the written charges.
No, and you can dispute that in court.
Okay.
If you want to, okay?
Well,
you have a great night.
I didn't mean to offend you by this.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for your service, officer.
You're welcome, sir.
And what is your badge number again?
2069.
2069?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service, officer.
The rule of law matters in all kinds of different ways. It's the foundation of what gives people the confidence to be able to speak their minds, for instance, knowing what the rules are in advance and they won't be punished by the government for what they say. And what we see when we look around the world today is that countries that have the rule of law tend to be richer and freer than countries that don't.
The constitutional principle of the rule of law means that we live under known and settled laws that were established in a system that is open for all to see. Like many constitutional principles, many take this idea for granted. We know that our laws are stable and that the rules of the game cannot just suddenly change. As John Adams said in 1776, the true idea of a republic is an empire of laws and not of men. Rules cannot be discarded or laws enacted on one person's whim unless established legal processes are followed.
One of the things that's most interesting about the rule of law is that has emerged in history. It is primarily a protection for the ordinary person. The rich and powerful have always had the ability, in some sense, to be able to manipulate the government for their own ends or find the loopholes in the law to protect themselves and that sort of thing. It's the common person, the person who doesn't hire the lobbyist, who doesn't have the ability to influence the government, that benefits most when the government protects the rule of law.
A look back at the way the Constitution was framed and ratified shows how committed Americans were to the rule of law. After flaws in the Articles of Confederation were identified, 12 of the 13 states sent duly appointed delegates.
All right, sir. Maybe you can step over here because I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Read you your citation. Right now, you're going to get a Class C citation, okay?
Yeah.
The offense is crossing where prohibited. So you can't cross there. It's like if you were crossing Montwood right then and there without the crosswalk. You understand that? Okay. Your court date is going to be December 17th, 2018, which is this year, between the hours of 7-11 or 1 to 3 at $9,600. Do you know where that's at?
I can find it.
Yeah, just Google it and you'll find it there. Okay? So the only thing I need you to do is signing on top. You're promising you are going to appear in court in this date. It's not an admission of guilt. So if you choose to fight it, you can fight it. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No, not.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind recording, sir, but I'll tell you right now, if you're not following the law, then we're going to stop it. Okay? It's for your safety and our safety as well.
Yeah, but you don't have to give me this.
I don't have to? I mean,
you have the choice.
I do.
Yeah.
I do have the choice. So I chose to give you one. All right. Do you have any other questions, sir? So again, if you're going to record us doing traffic stops, just, follow the law and don't cross the street where you're not supposed to. All right, sir. Just get ahead. Just gonna step on the sidewalk and you can record us or go home. Okay?
Individual rights and liberties are both in the U.S. Constitution and the Texas Constitution. Additional rights afforded to you as a Texas citizen are found in the Code of Criminal Procedure. In other words, the Code of Criminal Procedure rights complement the U.S. and Texas Constitution and in some cases afford more protection. The Code of Criminal Procedure states, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall have a speedy public trial. It also states, trial will be by an impartial jury.
This is the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read the first section. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Any person within its jurisdiction cannot be denied the equal protection of its laws. To me, the 14th Amendment, especially this idea of equal protection under the law, is the whole enchilada for me. First of all, when you talk about protection, that implies that there must be a harm someplace that you're trying to protect someone from. That opens the door to have a whole discussion about reality. A lot of this stuff floats above reality. It's all abstract principle. But to have equal protection under the law means that you're going to have some permission for some activism from the government. You're going to have some permission to talk about inequality, unequal treatment, unfair treatment for they were contemplating African Americans, but they say everybody. So it doesn't say equal protection under the law unless you're a lesbian. It's not what it says. It doesn't say equal protection under the law unless you're African American. It's not what it says. It says if you're in the jurisdiction, you get equal protection under the law. That's radical. In 10,000 years of human history, that's radical. And I think it's very, very important that we uphold the 14th Amendment. We talk about the First Amendment, we talk about the Second Amendment, we talk about sometimes the Fifth Amendment, but we don't talk about the 14th Amendment enough. Equal protection under the law.
We know from an early age that changing the rules in the middle of the game isn't allowed. The Code of Criminal Procedure adheres to the same concept, that the rules can't be changed during a criminal prosecution. Due course of law is basically the same concept as due process. It refers to procedural law. Procedural law is the process by which one is found guilty of a crime. The end goal of the Code of Criminal Procedure is that this procedural law be fair and consistent for all people. The Code of Criminal Procedure states, no citizen of the state shall be deprived of life. No citizen of the state shall be deprived of liberty. No citizen of the state shall be deprived of property. This includes your house and your possessions. No citizen of the state shall be deprived of privileges. No citizen of the state shall be disenfranchised. Disenfranchised means prevented from participating in the government. An example are Jim Crow laws that were passed in the 20th century designed to disenfranchise African Americans. None of these shall be taken away except by due course of law of the land. No one can be deprived of anything without due process of law. There must be a hearing, a trial, or a formal procedure for any of these things to be taken away. They can't be taken away arbitrarily. Finally, the formal procedure we use must be fair and consistent for all persons.